Hello, this is John Miller, the creator of The Rest of Everest. I think I can safely say that this show is, without a doubt, the most in-depth look into the entire experience of what it takes to climb Everest, as well as some other peaks throughout the Himalayas. But all of the events in this series are shown in chronological order, so if you're new to the show, please go all the way back to episode 000 and watch everything in order. That's truly the best way to enjoy it. Thanks. There are now a bunch of new ways to watch The Rest of Everest. In addition to the podcast feed you're most likely watching now, there's some new and completely free ways to watch the show, which I'm really excited about, and I think you'll be excited about them too. The first is The Rest of Everest HD. It's, well, pretty much just what the name implies, an HD version of the show. From season 2 onwards, everything was filmed and edited in HD. Now you can actually watch it all in 720p HD. I've also created 2 new 3D podcasts to showcase material that I filmed from season 5 with my experimental 3D camera rig. There's The Rest of Everest 3D Anaglyph, which anyone can watch with those familiar red and blue 3D glasses, and there's The Rest of Everest 3D Side by Side, which you can enjoy on special 3D televisions and other 3D devices. Both of the 3D podcasts are released in high quality HD, but they are not full episodes. Instead, think of them as simply augmenting the regular podcast feed and containing only the footage from each episode that was actually filmed in 3D. Finally, I've created the Rest of Everest channel on YouTube that contains every video podcast of the show. I'm releasing current episodes in full 1080p HD and will slowly update all the episodes filmed in HD to 1080p HD. Episodes from the 3D podcast are also being posted to my YouTube channel, and you can watch them there in full 1080p 3D in a wide variety of formats. All of my podcast feeds can be found in iTunes, just search for The Rest of Everest, and my YouTube channel can be found at youtube.com/restofeverest. Of course, you can also find everything on my website at therestofeverest.com. If you have a question about any of the new feeds, like how do I watch them on my TV in 3D, then just shoot me an email. I'm happy to help. Well, that's the big news. Now on to this week's episode.
This is the Rest of Everest video podcast, an almost unabridged expedition experience. Episode 158, the Lhassi Club.
Hey you.
Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to the Rest of Everest. I'm John Miller. This week, we're going to continue poking around the Plateau monastery, and we're going to visit the Kumbum. And we are also going to get back on the road and head again towards Shigatse. And joining me this week on the line are the same people from last week. It's the same group. We have Dave, Jill, Shaquille, Tilo, Nicole, and Roger. How are all of you doing today?
Great.
Doing great, John.
Great. Hi, John.
All right. One of the things that we get into on this episode is tsampa, and we'll talk more about it. But tsampa is very important, and it's as important as all these monasteries and all these icons that we're seeing. So anyway, let's get back up to Gyantse, and let's rejoin the visit to the Plateau monastery. So here we go. All right, so there's the Kumbum, which literally means 100,000, because there are 100,000 images of the Buddha in the Kumbum. There's Kevin. Kevin and I spent the afternoon here together checking out all the little chapels. And again, one of the interesting things about the Kumbum is that you can actually go inside of it, whereas most of the stupas are solid inside. There's no rooms inside, and the Kumbum has more of an Indian style architecture, and so it's hollow inside. And we talk about detail a lot, but this place was sort of overload. It's just, there's so much going on here. It's really hard to take in. There's so much detail, so much intricate murals, and then the sculptures and all the things that support the sculptures. It's all pretty incredible. Did you guys walk around and poke your head into all the different chapels?
Almost like fingers.
I tried to.
Yeah.
There was way too many, but saw a lot of them, and they were all different, and Lots of detail, pretty amazing.
It's like wandering through the entire Buddhist cosmos. It's just overwhelming.
There's detail in every single corner that you look.
And you can really tell how old it is, and the fact that you can walk inside really kind of makes you can have a very Indiana Jones moment. Walking in here.
The other thing that was very interesting was that there was no artificial light, and the way they designed it, almost everything was lit up pretty well.
Yeah, big use of skylights. And so...
I made it.
Very Indiana Jones,
you can
isn't
see.
it?
Very much so.
Now we can see a nice view of the fortress up there.
Yeah, that's the Gyantse Zong, the old fortress.
You seem out of breath, John. Not too high up, are you?
We're pretty high. So each one of these chapels is completely different. They all have... I don't know if you could say they have themes, because it's far too much for me to comprehend. But each one's different, and they all have different colors, and it's all pretty amazing.
Flip notice the birds everywhere.
I think Roger said that there should be a little menu on what all these statues mean. Like a little sushi menu or something.
Look at that. There's just so much going on.
Well, it is a big mandala, and all these characters are in there, and there's a hierarchy, and I don't know anything about it, but it does have a lot of meaning, and it is telling a story as you walk through it.
It was a beautiful day, that's for sure.
Yeah, it was gorgeous. Plus, I think the altitude and the dryness of the air has preserved a lot of the colors and statues, which is great, because if it was in a more humid or a different environment, they probably would have deteriorated for being so old.
Yeah, especially considering it is open to the elements.
It is, yeah.
There you can see the monastery wall that surrounds the whole complex. Maybe that was the menu right there. None of us happen to read Tibetan. This is looking the view around the backside of the Kumbum.
There are those holes you were looking at earlier.
Yeah, Kevin and I were noticing there are all these holes drilled into the rock. I don't know if you guys noticed them. We just weren't sure what that was all about.
Big step there. Larger than I expected.
I just love how these passages look. It just looks so cool to me. I really enjoy visiting the Kumbum.
Yeah, it's almost maze-like, but I don't think anybody got really lost. They weren't too bad. Although walking through there does remind you of movies such as Indiana Jones, or hoping you don't touch something and a trap door opens.
Snakes. Why did it have to be snakes?
Hello, Mr. 3D filmer. Hey, how it's going?
Doing well.
Why are you
We're
breathing
still
so
not-
hard?
I'm still up at the top.
Is there? This is the top. This is the top.
I was up one more level.
No, not for us.
Yeah,
They
might be closed.
They probably disassembled the elevator since last time.
Yeah, they thought nobody was using them, so
Is there a door that's closed or something?
Yeah, that fortress looks so cool in the distance there. It's overlooking the city. Just really neat. So these chapels are just on all sides. So each level has four, I believe just four. Maybe there's more chapels on each one at each compass point. And then you go up to the next level, and there's four more. Next level, four more. And so I forget how many levels there were. Obviously, you can count them when you see the exterior shots, but yeah, there's just quite a lot to look at.
I loved that place. That was one of my favorite places, just wandering through those rooms. I feel like I could have been there 2 days or 3 days. I just thought it was amazing.
That sound does something for you, doesn't it? Here, let me do that again. The expression on your face is priceless. Watch this. I'm gonna do some surgery here, folks. For the faint of heart, please don't look.
You guys want to explain this?
The explanation is this is what happens when you have lack of air.
Yourself over here.
But was this the birth of the Lhassi Club? Roger as president?
I believe that it was at dinner the night before at the restaurant across from the Gyantse Hotel.
Ventricle?
And what is the Lhassi Club?
Well, a lot of us started drinking lassis and became a habit quickly, and someone said we should have a club, and they made me the president. So I'm the president of the Lhassi Club
I felt some German people missing.
for life.
He looks German.
Yeah, maybe. This guy looks German.
Was it supposed to be? No, it's ginger lemon tea on the menu.
So, Monica, what are you doing?
I'm doing the ginger lemon tea ceremony because I'm in the ginger lemon tea club in here. Yeah, the second club. There is one lassi.
There's a Lhassi Club.
There's the lassi club, and there's the ginger lemon honey or ginger lemon
Lassi
tea club. And in this case, they gave us a whole pot of it. There's lots of ginger in there. And I tried to squeeze it nicely so that the ginger comes out. And it's nice. Oh, and there's more lemon. So let's put the lemon in here. I'm getting sweaty. this is the best track drink ever. Because it soothes your stomach and it gives you lots of fluid. And I think it's quite healthy. Ask Dr. Monica.
And it tastes good.
And it tastes good.
Yes.
Right?
Tastes good.
Ask her.
And it
She's
apparently
my
is.
older sister,
Yeah.
so ask her.
I was gonna say it also has a big ritual involved with it, which takes your mind off of any of your ailments at the time. So
That's so true.
That's ginger lemon meditation.
Well done. I haven't seen you do that before, but that was actually very professional.
I'm a woman with many talents.
I keep finding out new ones every day.
behind your back,
low
behind your
and
back. No. Remember, I'm filming it.
No. No, you start.
You gotta start low. Start low.
You start low and then pull up.
Okay.
Now pull up.
Is this?
Yeah.
Can I say something off color?
Okay, I need to go.
Is that sort of how a guy? Yeah. I was just, you knew what I was gonna say.
Both hands.
Oh. And do you aim or?
Oh. I do. I don't know about Chris.
All the time.
Cheers. Yes.
Oh.
Perfect.
Okay, the Lhassi Club is much more simpler. You order a lassi and you drink it.
It comes to you already. All the rituals been done.
The ritual's been done in the kitchen.
All the aiming,
all the aiming,
mashing.
all the mashing, everything is totally done in the kitchen. And then you get it sometimes with a crazy straw, like. And sometimes with a regular straw, always with a straw, oddly enough. And the one I got yesterday, a banana lassi, had like banana bits this size, and they didn't want to go through the straw, so you had to be inventive because they didn't give you a spoon. But it comes pre-ritualized, and you just drink it, enjoy it, and that's it. So we're kind of it's a bit of a convenience thing.
And luckily, the next time you see it, you don't have to aim.
There's no aiming involved. No.
So far, there might be in a few days with the squat toilets.
It's a different sort of aiming. And I have a distinct feeling that, I mean, these guys, the ginger tea club, they claim that it's good for the stomach and for everything. I think that the yogurt in the lassi actually serves the same function. Unless you're John Miller, where it starts doing funny things. Tell us what it did to you.
So I am off of the Lhassi Club roster. Although I guess, like as they were saying, technically I'm still on it because I'm the one paying for it. But because I'm paying the bills. What it did to me, and I'm free of this ailment now, but what it did to me is it turned my torso into just a gas factory. And
did the gas come out?
It's more the gas has never come out. It's been non-toxic, but what it does is I find it moves through my system, and I'll just be sitting there. I'm like at the hotel back in Lhasa, I'd just be sitting there typing on my laptop, and all of a sudden my whole torso would go just like under my rib cage. So here's my rib cage, and it's hard to find my rib cage, but here, I'll suck it in. Here's my rib cage. Okay.
Sorry for the camera shake.
Okay. So it's not down here where the problem is. It's up here. Okay, so it'd be like, but I just be sitting there all of a sudden. I feel myself go, everything, and it's shocking. It's shocking how strong it is. And it's like if it was back home, I'd be like, oh no, what's gonna happen in a few hours? But nothing's ever happened.
So the gas stays inside?
It stays in, well, it just goes away. But I stopped drinking the lassis, let's see, for lunch. Not yesterday, but the day before. And I had problems all the way up into the night 2 nights ago. And didn't have any problems yesterday, no problems today. So as an experiment, I think it's worked. So I don't want to take the experiment and try one again because it's so uncomfortable. And the higher we get, the more it could expand and cause me actual pain. So I'm going to stay off of them. And that's why I'm drinking, basically sweet tea. What? I might explode. Yeah. And now that I'm your roommate right now, you don't want that to happen. But yeah, it was really something to behold. I should have actually taken my iPhone out, put it on the voice memo, and just stuck the mic like right here, because you would have heard it. So
Wow, that is loud.
it was
Some nice sound
it was
footage.
really loud.
Yeah.
It was really loud, and I'm not the only one who's experienced that. And the other person who's experienced that can vouch for me that it really is something. It's something impressive. Just and then. But it's not only the sound it makes, it's the fact that your entire body shakes when it happens. And then it's just up here. It's up here. It's very strange. So it was to the point where I went into Chris and Monica's room the other night at the hotel and I was thinking, I might have to come up with a new scale. Or maybe, no, you suggested me. Chris, you suggested I come up with a new scale, but I was just like...
The Miller scale for inner
I don't know what's
bubbling
going
sounds.
on, but it was non-toxic, but... yes, I was a gas factory. Definitely a gas factory. So, not anymore. And at 2.0.
Woo!
Thank you very much. Okay, right now we stopped at the side of the road, and we are going to learn how to make tsampa. Tsampa, which is kind of a paste made of roasted barley, yak butter, or yak butter tea, and I believe some salt. And it's what's eaten. It's kind of like the Tibetan Wheaties. It's considered like the best thing in the world you could ever eat, and it's sort of like superfood out here. And so we're gonna see how it's made.
John,
Yeah.
I would like to film your arrival, but unfortunately these guys invited us to a barley beer and
Oh, so you're
and we couldn't.
so you're gonna fall over if you stand up?
Yes. And we couldn't deny the offer.
No
because
problem.
It would offend them.
No problem at all. Are you gonna drink the whole thing? Is it beer or is
It's a beer.
or is it like a distilled beer where it's stronger? Is it
It's
more
a
like
distilled beer.
okay, so it's more like moonshine.
The barleys are for 3 days. For 3 days, the barleys are warmed up, and out of this is made. The beer is made.
Okay. So it's potent.
It tastes interesting.
Yes, he's throwing roasted barley at me.
too late to save us.
You guys
So
can
since this
police
is the
yourselves.
make fun of Shaquille episode, in my defense, when Thilo gave me a cup, he told me that it was a barley drink. I had no idea that it was barley moonshine.
Was someone using
And when I
soil?
drank it, it was like very strong, and I don't drink normally. And then we started drinking, and then they told us, I guess someone translated to tell us what it was. But the funnier part is not on video, thank God. They were passing around. They were passing around some type of snuff. I don't know what it was. We didn't take any, thank God. And then they were passing around this yak jerky. Now, I don't know if you guys had any yak jerky. It's horrible. Never try it. It's like rotten raw meat on a stick, on a bone. And so they passed that around. So they were being very nice, giving us barley moonshine, and they're giving us, their yak jerky and the snuff, some powder that I didn't want to try. And so, being, I guess, a little bit inebriated, I said I should give them something too. And Lhassi bought this whole bag of candy. So here these men of men are sitting there, and I pull out some fruity candy, and I was like, here you go.
I'm standing right in your light. Sorry.
And all of them just looked at me, and I felt really bad. And then the older guy, I guess he's the patriarch, just to be nice to me, he took one piece of candy and put it in his pocket. Horrible.
That's awesome.
Obviously, you guys didn't get the word about the beer line. Because when Stefan and I wanted to drink beer in Lhasa, we were told we couldn't until the trek was over.
Who did that? Who told you that?
And you know there are always exceptions to the rule.
I do believe, though, you caught up at the end of the trek. So you can see that the barley flour is made old school.
It's like popcorn.
Yeah.
And it's all water power here. And they package it up in these big bags and ship it all over. This is a really cool place to stop. Oh, another thing about alcohol consumption in Tibet is that you have to remember that we're at probably 14,000 feet here. And man, does it hit you faster at altitude. So it takes very little to start feeling it.
Yeah, so I got this guy in touch with one of the green energy companies in California, and he's making a deal with them.
He's making a deal right there.
Unfortunately, he didn't want money. He was asking how many yaks and lambs we could trade. The deal broke down from there.
There, you can. I'm trying to position the camera so you can look down and you can see the water flowing underneath. Who is in the lead car? What, Tilo? Were you in the lead car?
Yes.
Yes.
Together with Shaquille.
Did you guys just pull over for a restroom break or something, or was this a scheduled stop?
I think that was scheduled to show everybody off.
Mm-hmm.
And to wait for you, basically.
Yeah.
Because we were so much ahead.
Yeah. We did spread out quite a bit.
Let's get moving.
We could be car number one now.
How about the squat scale?
The squat scale, yes.
We have a new scale.
The squat scale.
Yeah.
Once again, talking about bathrooms.
I'm filming.
Toilets.
It's not just me, everyone. They make it seem like it's just me, but it's really not just me. There's some future jerky right there.
So it should be like.
But much more healthier.
It should have a name in it. Otherwise, I mean the Richter scale.
That's Shimi right there. Our co-guide.
Good old Chimi, he was great.
So what is it? Could you please explain? She's very like.
Could you stay here? We'll explain it to you when you're interested.
I'm listening.
Can I touch the side or no?
There's a small one.
This might not seem like the most exciting adventure that we're having here, but it's so vitally important to the trekking that we're about to do. This is all part of the acclimatization process, and we're doing exactly what we should be doing.
Yes, I speak fluent.
We're just kind of taking it easy, letting our bodies slowly adjust to the altitude, so that when we're ready to actually trek, we can really exert ourselves without having too much trouble.
You'll have plenty of opportunity, I'm sure, to...
I don't need to pet them. I just wanted to feed them. I handle raw wool all the time.
No, I know. I'm sure you'll have plenty of opportunity.
I want to start pulling it out and spinning it.
And that horse was like, I'm so bored. They dressed me all up in hopes that some tourists will come by.
Too bad we didn't get footage on the other side of the little creek there. There was like hundreds of lamb. Oh, there we go. There's there's the continuation to make fun of Shaquille now.
Back to our theme.
Welcome to the club, Shaquille.
Yeah, well, as I told you, I don't normally drink. Chimi's a great pillow, by the way.
Now, this is in Shigatse. We had arrived in Shigatse, and there are all these fireworks. Do you guys remember anything about this? Because I'd forgotten all about it until I saw the footage here that I think Kevin shot. There were all these fireworks in the middle of the day.
Do you know the reason?
I have no idea. Aside from the, just the universal fact that fireworks are cool. Alright, so we are now in Shigatse, which is home of the Tashi Monastery. It's also the second largest city in Tibet. And I think it's, I asked the manager of the hotel as we were coming up the stairs to the room, I think it's somewhere around 50,000-60,000 people, but there's no official census in Tibet, so it's kind of impossible to tell exactly how large it is, but it's growing larger all the time. Lhasa is somewhere around 1 million, so it's far smaller than Lhasa, but still the second largest city. And we are once again being spoiled by tremendous rooms. Just really nice place, and in terms of what I was expecting from the last time Scott and I were here. In any case, I knocked off a little bit early tonight. It is only 10 o'clock, and I have been getting to sleep usually only by 2 o'clock in the morning over the past few days with all the adventures, if that's what you want to call them. And found out that Damien will be out of the hospital, probably checking out tomorrow morning. Yay! With a clean bill of health, and will be driven up in his own vehicle to join us. So hopefully we'll either see him tomorrow or maybe at the latest the next day. So really looking forward to having him back with us. I quite like talking with him. It's going to be good to talk with him without him having to wear an oxygen mask, because it's a little bit hard to understand. I'm looking forward to having him back and being able to just hang out with him and talk. Since Damien's not here, I can't sit in his hospital room and worry about him right now. So I'm really looking forward to going over to the Tashi Lumpo Monastery and seeing the big indoor statue of the Maitreya Buddha, or future Buddha, which I mentioned from the season 2 of The Rest of Everest. last time I saw it, I just was blown away, and I'm really looking forward to seeing it again, especially considering that last time I was here, my wife Heidi said, I had a dream that you were in front of this enormous gold statue of a Buddha, and there was red draperies everywhere. And I thought she was talking about the statues that we had seen in the Jokong Temple, and so I was like, Heidi, that's great, you saw what we saw. But then when I got here, I realized instantly, because Heidi was like, it was really, really big, far bigger than a person, you know, just really, really big. And as soon as I parted the curtain to walk into the building with the statue, I realized just boom, right away, that that's what she was talking about. And that was just a really neat experience to, you know, understand. That's what she was talking about. Come on in. I was recording a little monologue, but come on in, Jill.
Okay.
You might have to be on camera though.
Oh,
If you have anything personal to talk, I can stop the camera.
It's personal.
It's personal, but here. Okay, so she's got something personal, but before it's personal,
Oh, sure.
you can sit next to me.
Sit? Okay.
All right.
How do I look?
You look like you have a hat on.
What are we talking about?
I was just talking about the day and about how it's been really sucky having Damien in the hospital and how worried I am about him. But since I can't worry about him as much when I'm not in his hospital room.
You what? Wait, you worry?
What? You worry? No, but since I can't worry about him as much when I'm not in his hospital room, that I'm going to take advantage of the fact that he's in very good hands, and I'm looking forward to seeing the future Buddha statue that we were discussing in the car.
Oh, yeah.
Jill is in the same Jeep as me and Roger and Kevin.
We have the best Jeep.
And Pasang, our driver. We should end up calling him Mario Andretti, but
especially around the curves.
But he won't get the reference.
That was that hotel with the glass showers. It was really weird.
Yeah, that's the bathroom behind me. It's encased in glass and then has curtains. But yeah, these hotels were a bit outrageous there, and they were owned. This one was owned by the Tashilumpo Monastery. I don't know if you guys knew that or not.
That was a nice hotel.
Yeah, it was. You know, Shaquille, you had just mentioned that behind the mill, it was pretty cool. And Nicole, you and Roger also went behind the mill. And what did you see there?
Well, yeah, it was a very big open area, and there were very tall mountains in the backdrop, and there were a few creeks running through it, and a large herd of sheep, and a couple of sheep herders and a sheepdog. And it was so majestic.
Sounds like Australia.
But yeah, it was fantastic. Actually, I was also going to say that in that hotel, Kevin and I had a little chuckle when we realized the glass bathrooms, and obviously he shared a room with Roger. And he said, I said, well, how do you guys live in that? And they go, well, it's a love shack.
Of course.
No reference to me, by the way.
Yes.
You know, another interesting thing, we'll probably have to talk about it on the next episode, was in Shigatse. We actually, or maybe I shouldn't say this, we were able to hack through the Great Wall of Firewall of China, because we went to this internet cafe where they were playing all these games like World of Warcraft and so forth, and we wanted internet access. I think, Nicole, you were with us too, right? You needed to get on your email and
I thought it was impossible. I couldn't possibly imagine how you guys were doing it, but obviously very good.
Yeah, we were doing things we shouldn't be doing, but
yeah.
But we got to Twitter and Facebook with Tilo's technical brains in mind.
Especially Shakir's one.
That's awesome. Well, next week we're actually going to see the miniature Buddha that I just expound upon. I go on and on and on about it. And I was able to actually pay to let us film inside the temple that encases the Maitreya Buddha. So you get to see it and get to see it in all its glory. So that really was exciting for me. I'm so glad I was able to film it. So thanks so much, guys. Always a pleasure. And yeah, I guess we'll see you next week.
See you.
Bye.
Thanks, John. Bye-bye.
Bye.
See you, John.
The Rest of Everest is downloaded all over the world every day, and watching the show has become a part of many people's weekly routine. The show will always be free to download, but it's by no means free to produce. Please help me cover my costs by making a small monthly or one-time donation from the right sidebar on my website, and in return I'll give you some cool bonus materials. A donation of any amount will grant you access to some interesting video content, including high-definition versions of several podcast episodes, a one-time donation of $25 or more, or any of the monthly donation options will additionally grant you access to a downloadable version of the film Everest: The Other Side, which episodes 1 to 61 are based on. I really cannot express how vital these donations are, and if you've made a donation, thank you so much. As always, our announcer is Marlon May, and our music is provided by Wendy Wu. Check her out at wendywu.com. Thanks so much, everyone, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you for watching The Rest of Everest. For more information on the expedition, please visit therestofeverest.com.